Have you ever wondered what truly motivates people? Why we do the things we do, from seeking a promotion to starting a family, or even scrolling endlessly on social media? At the heart of understanding human motivation lies a simple, yet profound psychological model that has stood the test of time: Maslow's hierarchy of needs. First proposed by psychologist Abraham Maslow in 1943, this theory outlines a five-tier model of human needs, arranged in a pyramid. While it's often seen in textbooks or taught in school, many people overlook just how deeply relevant this hierarchy still is. Not just in psychology, but in our daily lives, in business, in relationships, and even in global issues like poverty and education. So, why does Maslow's hierarchy of needs still matter? Let's dive into the layers of this iconic theory, and discover how it continues to shape the way we live, think, and grow. 1. What is Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Maslow's model is based on a simple idea: people are motivated to fulfill basic needs before moving on to more advanced needs. The pyramid is traditionally divided into 5 levels. 1. Physiological needs. These are the basic requirements for human survival: food, water, warmth, and rest. 2. Safety needs. Once our physical survival is taken care of, we look for security, personal safety, financial security, health, and a stable environment. 3. Love and belongingness. After safety, we seek relationships, friendships, intimacy, family, and a sense of connection. 4. Esteem needs. This includes self-respect, recognition, and feelings of accomplishment. 5. Self-actualization. The final tier is about realizing our full potential. It's the desire to become the most that one can be. Maslow believed that we must satisfy the lower-level needs before we can attend to the higher ones. For instance, if someone is starving or in danger, their focus will naturally shift away from personal growth or creative pursuits. While the model has been debated, revised, and expanded over the years, its core insight remains relevant. Our needs are layered, and our motivations evolve as those needs are met. 2. Why it matters in everyday life. Think about your own life. Have you ever tried to focus on your goals when you were sick, sleep-deprived, or struggling financially? Chances are, your mind kept pulling you back to those more urgent issues. This is the power of Maslow's theory in action. The hierarchy gives us a roadmap, not only of what we need, but why we may feel stuck, anxious, or unfulfilled at times. It explains why a student might struggle to concentrate in class if they haven't eaten breakfast. An employee might be disengaged at work if they feel unsafe or undervalued. A talented individual might not reach their potential if they're overwhelmed by emotional isolation or lack of support. Understanding the hierarchy helps us better identify what we truly need at a given moment, and what we might be missing. 3. Application in psychology and mental health. In counseling and therapy, Maslow's model is a valuable tool. Therapists often explore whether basic needs are being met before diving into deeper emotional or cognitive work. For example, someone experiencing depression may also be struggling with housing insecurity or isolation. Addressing these foundational issues can be essential before tackling higher-level goals. Mental health is closely tied to the balance of these needs. The hierarchy reminds us that achieving mental well-being isn't just about changing our thoughts. It's also about ensuring that we have a supportive, safe, and stable environment. 4. How businesses and marketers use it. Maslow's hierarchy is not just for psychologists. It's widely used in business, marketing, leadership, and our companies design products and services to meet different levels of need. For instance, a mattress company appeals to physiological and safety needs, promising rest and comfort. A dating app focuses on belongingness. A luxury brand targets esteem, offering a sense of prestige and accomplishment. Educational programs or creative tools often market to self-actualization, inviting customers to become their best selves. Leaders in organizations also use this model to motivate teams. Employees perform best when their lower needs, like fair pay, safe work conditions, and supportive colleagues, are satisfied. Only then can they pursue professional growth, innovation, and purpose. 5. Relevance in education. Teachers, school counselors, and educational designers also turn to Maslow to support student success. For instance, schools that provide free meals, safe environments, and emotional support aren't just being generous. They're enabling students to rise through the hierarchy. When those foundational needs are met, students are more capable of learning, collaborating, and striving for achievement. It also explains why trauma, poverty, and unstable homes can severely hinder academic progress. The hierarchy reminds us that learning is a higher-level activity, and must be built on a stable base. 6. Insights for personal growth. On a personal level, Maslow's model can guide self-reflection. Are you struggling with motivation? Feeling creatively blocked? Lacking confidence? Try asking yourself, what needs are unmet in my life right now? Sometimes, the answer is surprising. You may be trying to force yourself to achieve big goals while neglecting sleep, relationships, or emotional support. Maslow's pyramid acts as a reminder. Growth isn't linear, and sometimes the best way to move forward is to go back and rebuild the foundation. Also, reaching self-actualization is not a final destination. It's an ongoing journey. Maslow himself later suggested a sixth stage, self-transcendence, where people seek meaning beyond themselves, through spirituality, service, or connection to a larger purpose. This shows us that human needs aren't just individual. They're also collective. When we meet our own needs, we're more equipped to help others meet theirs. 7. Global and social implications. On a societal scale, Maslow's theory reminds us that social progress requires addressing fundamental needs. We cannot expect communities to thrive, academically, economically, or culturally, if people are battling hunger, violence, or lack of shelter. Governments and non-profits often use this framework to design effective humanitarian aid, health services, and educational programs. For example, when relief efforts focus first on food, water, and shelter, they are addressing the very first level of the hierarchy. As stability returns, the focus can shift toward rebuilding relationships, education, employment, and ultimately self-determination. Even in developed countries, the hierarchy helps us understand inequality. It explains why economic opportunity, social safety nets, and inclusive communities are not just political issues, they are human needs. 8. Criticism and modern reinterpretation. It's important to note that Maslow's model has faced criticism. Not everyone agrees that needs follow a strict hierarchy. In reality, people often pursue higher-level goals even when lower ones are unmet, such as artists who create in the face of poverty, or activists who risk safety for a cause. Culture also plays a role. In some societies, community and belonging are valued above individual achievement. So, the pyramid may look different depending on cultural values. Modern psychology tends to view needs as overlapping, flexible, and dynamic, rather than rigid steps. Still, the structure remains a powerful way to visualize the complexities of human motivation. Maslow's work was never meant to be a perfect science, but rather a framework, a starting point for understanding what drives us. Why it still matters. So, why does Maslow's hierarchy of needs still matter? Because it gives us a timeless lens to view human behavior, in ourselves, in others, and in society as a whole. It reminds us that success, happiness, and fulfillment don't come from a single achievement, but from meeting a range of human needs, step by step. In a world that's often obsessed with productivity, wealth, or fame, Maslow gently pulls us back to the basics. Are you safe? Are you connected? Do you feel valued? Are you becoming who you were meant to be? When we answer these questions honestly, we can begin to shape lives and a world that supports not just survival, but true human flourishing. And that's why Maslow's hierarchy of needs still matters, now, more than ever. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that helps you grow and understand the world around you.